In a quaint village surrounded by lush green hills, there lived a boy named Kunal. He was different from other boys in the village, not in appearance, but in nature. Where others were quick to anger and prone to loud arguments, Kunal was calm, quiet, and patient. He carried himself with a serene confidence that was often misunderstood by those around him. The villagers, especially the other boys, would tease Kunal relentlessly. "Why don't you ever fight back, Kunal?" They would jeer. "You're so boring. Don't you have any pride?" When someone accidentally spilled water on him or stepped on his foot, Kunal would simply smile and say, "It's all right. These things happen." This puzzled everyone and invited even more ridicule. His neighbors, too, mocked his gentle demeanor. "A boy like you will never achieve anything," one would scoff. "The world respects only those who fight for their place." Despite their harsh words, Kunal never retaliated. He would just nod politely and go about his day. One day, the village announced a competition to test the strength and endurance of its young men. The challenge was simple but grueling. Contestants had to carry water from the river, located a mile away, and fill a large clay tank in the village square. The winner would receive a prize of gold coins and the title of village champion. When Kunal entered the competition, the boys laughed louder than ever. "He won't even finish the race," they said. "Kunal is too slow, too weak." But Kunal, unbothered by their words, prepared himself quietly. The race began, and the contestants dashed toward the river with great energy, shouting and jostling one another along the way. Kunal, on the other hand, walked at a steady pace, holding his clay pot carefully to avoid spilling any water. At the riverbank, he took his time filling the pot, making sure it was secure before heading back. Meanwhile, the other boys, in their haste, spilled most of their water. Some broke their pots by running too fast or tripping over stones. When Kunal returned to the village square with his pot full and intact, the crowd murmured in surprise. By the end of the competition, the tank was full, thanks to Kunal's consistent effort. While the others struggled to even complete the task, Kunal was declared the winner. The boys who had mocked him fell silent, unable to hide their disbelief. The village elder handed him the prize and asked, "Kunal, how did you manage to win when others seemed so much stronger and faster?" Kunal replied humbly, "I didn't focus on the others or try to outdo them. I simply did my best, step by step, without rushing. Patience and focus always win in the end." A few weeks later, a fierce storm struck the village. Winds howled, rain poured in torrents, and the villagers were thrown into chaos. People ran out of their homes, screaming and panicking as the storm grew worse. But Kunal remained calm. He walked through the village, helping his neighbors secure their roofs, guiding families to safer spots, and comforting frightened children. When the storm passed, the villagers gathered to assess the damage. They realized that Kunal's calm actions had saved many homes and lives that night. The same people who once mocked him now approached him with respect. The village elder spoke to the crowd, saying, "Kunal has shown us what true strength looks like. It is not in shouting or fighting but in remaining calm and patient when the world around us is in chaos." From that day on, Kunal became a source of inspiration for the villagers. They turned to him not only for help but also for wisdom in their own lives. The boys who once teased him began to emulate his patience, realizing that it took far more strength to remain calm than to lash out. Moral of the story: patience and calmness are the marks of true strength. They allow us to face challenges with clarity and endurance, transforming ridicule into respect and chaos into harmony.